Y'all, Scandal was off the chain last night. Okay, first and foremost, shout out to Kerry Washington. Hey girl, it's Angie Ray. Congratulations on your Emmy nomination. You deserved it. You really deserved the win, but we won't talk about those politics. You looked fab in your white dress. Last night, girl, you looked fab all the way around, jogging, on the plane, in the garage with the, was it the Burberry coat? Woo! That coat was fire. Okay, so let's just get right on into it. If you missed the season 3 premiere of Scandal, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and please stay tuned, because this Carrie and her daddy. First, it starts off with her daddy. Okay, her daddy is the black guy. Spoiler alert, is the black guy who was in a limousine at the end of season 2. So her daddy is a hot mess. But you could tell that, for those of you who don't know, I'm an actress. So a lot of the things that I refer to are coming from, I have, two sets of eyes. I as a consumer, and then the I as an actress. And their chemistry, so I'll use a lot of verbiage in other words. So their chemistry on screen, come on. You almost wanted to believe that that really was her daddy. When he told her, and this is the line that set it off. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Carrie, you getting on that plane come hell or high water. And just to be clear, I am the hell and high water. Woo, I had to pause it, girls. Child, I was like, her daddy is ruthless. But that's where Carrie get it from. So I was like hoping and praying she didn't get off, that she actually did get off the plane, and she did. So let's go right into it. She gets off the plane. She goes to her office, and of course she has so much pride that she basically can't ask her team, for her gladiators, for help. So Columbus Short, who else thinks that Columbus Short and Kerry Washington need to go ahead and have some chemistry on screen? Because last season he checked her. Remember that time? And y'all, I'm trying to cut down on my cursing. But remember when he said, and I quote, "Get your ass back to this office now." And she hightailed it. Y'all remember that? Woo! When I tell you, Columbus came for Cyrus, Cyrus was like, who is this? Columbus went right into it. You could tell that Carrie basically trained him. So I feel like Carrie and Columbus Short need to have a little affair, or maybe they need to get married and she need to have her own man. Okay. So anyways, of course she goes down this list of all her clients, and she's like, I'm a fixer. I'm going to get through this. By the way, if y'all didn't know, her face is plastered all over, the news media, is that she's the president's mistress. Well, like my mama always said, everything that happens in the dark has to come to light. And honey, it came to light. She was very stoic. She didn't show no emotions. But I'm gonna tell you when she did show the emotions. So I'm gonna be skipping around. I'm not trying to have a very lengthy review, because I just want to see if you guys want me to make more reviews like next episode. And so there's some things that I might have missed, but you guys can fill it in. Or if you really want me to do more, reviews, I will, because I'm like really trying to stay into it. My sister, shout out to Carla Coco Morissette, put me on to Scandal, and she can't even sit through the movies. Like, she couldn't sit through Dreamgirls. She's one of those people who watch movies and will fall asleep. So when my sissy told me I need to tune into a Scandal, I was like, well, yeah, I need to go ahead and holla at Scandal. So that's what I did, and thank you, sissy, for that. Anywho, y'all, she went through that list of all her clients, and they basically all shut her down, told her no, she couldn't call the president, because that would just verify. They had pictures and everything, like Secret Service, him coming out her building from last season, and I'm like, how they gonna flip this? So they didn't really show the team at work, really, except for Columbus Short's little monologue that he had with Cyrus. Cyrus is sneaky, but basically you knew they were up to something. So then her daddy calls her on the phone because she's at home, she's laying on her couch, and you know, normally folks would be crying, but you know, Olivia, she has a way of masking her emotions. So she was just sitting on the couch looking crazy as hell, but without, like, she's void of emotion. So I'm like, Olivia's off the chain. Then her phone rings. Then you see her talking to somebody in the garage, and she's like, what are you doing here? And it was her daddy. So her daddy was like, you need to get on that plane, Olivia. Olivia said, because you are running out of options. Olivia said, I never run out of options. I was like, yes, Pope, yes. Even though I don't condone what she's doing with the president. Shonda Rhimes, girl, woo, your writing is off the chain. Like, I want to be on the cast some kind of way. Like, really. Because this type of writing is real life, and you barely see it. You don't see it. Okay, let's just put it like that. And so that's why I say Kerry Washington should have won that Emmy. Anyways, where was I at? Columbus Shore, I already said that. Oh, her daddy. So she opened up her little safe, pulled out some little envelope, and started reading off codes. She called some number and started reading off codes. And I'm like, Olivia always got an ace in the hole. So she read off a whole bunch of government numbers and letters, a sequence, and next thing you know it, she had that white coat on. She grabbed her purse and she dipped. Media was outside her building, and about 12, 13 limos came out. I was like, woo! That's how you do it. That's how you avoid the paparazzi. So, child, let me tell you, Olivia, the next scene was they're in this like very bluish room, looks like a metal room, and the president, why did you call this meeting? So wait, she called the president? That was her ace in the hole? Yes, Olivia. Olivia said, you got my face all in the media. We need to talk about this plan, and we're gonna fix this, okay? Because y'all not about to have me just looking like Monica Lewinsky, just having my name slandered through the mud. We need to. She pulled out the big guns. He said, now you know I can't protect you if there's some type of a war, a cold war, a nuclear bomb. You've already pulled the ace. I cannot help you. You are on the outside. She was like, yeah, but we need to go ahead and figure out what we're going to do. We need to come up with a plan. So he was like, who would you call? Cyrus? She said, why would she call Cyrus? Cyrus has two sides to him. I swear Cyrus is a Gemini, because sometimes you could tell like he really don't want to be bad. He doesn't want to be mean. He doesn't want to be like shiesty. But then Cyrus will turn around and say, we're going to start a dead file on Olivia Pope. We're going to kill off Olivia Pope. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. And you're like, Cyrus, dang. Cyrus will not stop. His position as chief of staff is as close as he's going to get to the presidency. And you probably think that Cyrus is the president the way he be acting. Anyways, she was like, no, I didn't call Cyrus. Millie. I thought we had all this under control. Millie walks in like she's just cool. Let me tell you why your husband and Olivia are having an affair. Because you're just so nonchalant that you accepted it. You wanted to be first lady so bad that you allowed another woman to come into your home and manipulate the situation. Millie called Olivia out her name and called her a whore. The president didn't jump in because he was like, oh, okay, so you don't. Ooh, I'm gonna let Olivia take care of this one. She is a whore, okay? Let's just keep it 100. And Millie had every right to come at her, and I'm surprised. She came at her like in third person, called her out her name like in third person, but that's as close as Millie's gonna get. Olivia might have looked and was like, Millie, I know you're hurt. I know it. I can feel for you, girl. I'm like, oh no, this Olivia got the audacity to talk to Millie in a pacifying manner, as though she understands her turmoil when she's the one causing the turmoil. Look, we can get into this, like the whys and the hows later on if y'all want me to do another review. But when Olivia shut Millie down and was like, and I need you to please refrain from using that type of language and calling me out my name, I said, Olivia, you got more balls than the president, because you couldn't have did that to me, girl. I mean, girl, you would have had to take that hoe. You would have had to take it, because it was only 3 of us in that little room. We would have all came out looking toe the hell up. The only way you're supposed to get out the room is like by tapping on the door. When nobody have tapped on that door except for me first. And then the president, he would have got some licks too, because you know, you got me going through all this. Okay, and I'm on the outside. I don't even work for you no more. So we really can't go to the Oval Office and talk about what's good. Okay, yeah. You're not gonna call me no hoe. That's what you're not gonna do. That's what Olivia said. And Millie might have turned around in her purple suit. Millie had something brewing. I don't know what. But she checked her. I guess she felt like dignified because she checked her, you know, in third person, but she did nonetheless. And so then they go through like how they're gonna, the president wants to admit it. He's so cool. Let's just admit our indiscretions. Let's just admit that we had an affair. And Olivia was like, admit it? Hold on. I'm thinking, you know, she does that little thing. I'm thinking. And here goes Millie, like looking at them both like, what the hell? What y'all thinking about? This is what so Millie tried to take Olivia's statue just a little bit, and she was like, you guys are gonna say that you slept together. No, first the president had this idea, and then Millie said, oh no, you're not gonna get off the hook that easily, because I will put all of our laundry out there. The president looked like he didn't really care. Actually, the president looked like he didn't want to be president no more. So I don't know what's missing in Millie's head that she don't see that man don't care. He does not care. He just wants to be with Olivia. He said it right in front of her face. And I'm like, woo, y'all are off y'all too bold for me in this little steel room. Okay. So then, Olivia was like, she was so taken aback. She was like, okay, well, how many times, Millie? How many times did we sleep together? How many times would be sufficient for you? And Millie said, twice. Olivia said, well, you know, in her head, that's what she was saying in her head. You know, I sleep with your husband 2 times. We slept all kind of times. And they went through like the intricate details of how they were going to actually admit their wrongs and fight the media that way. Well, honey, let me tell you, they came to agreement that it's going to be 2 times that they slept together. And then Millie said she agreed. Everybody agreed, and Millie dipped. She was the first one to dip. Now, again, why are you leaving Olivia and the president together? Fits together. This is why, see, y'all, this is why society has changed their out views on jump offs, because you don't do that. If you want to save your family and you're so hurt, then you need to dismiss Olivia. But you know, that's not how it wouldn't be a scandal if it, you know, if it went that way. So anyways, the president goes, are you okay? I know that must have been hard for you. I'm just like, you got the audacity, like, and Olivia's like, yeah, I'm fine. And then of course he takes off his jacket, and I'm like, oh hell, here we go. And they get close. He gets, don't stay away, don't. He said, are you okay? Don't. And then they cut to a wide, and her hands are like by her side. And then I was like, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She starts crying. I'm like, but they ain't had no close up on her crying. She cried for like 30 seconds, not even. And then wiped her tears, her fake tears, and said, I'm fine. Got her little white purse. I don't know what kind of purse that was, but it was fine. fire. I'm gonna think it was maybe, you know what, maybe Louis Vuitton, I'm not sure. So anyway, she might have did an about face, wiped her tears, banged on that door, and dipped. Okay, so let's get, where else are we at? So, so then fast forward, I'm gonna go right to the end because I didn't want to go this long on the review. But anywho, fast forward towards the end when, come to find out, you know what, let's talk about Millie and the president. So they getting ready to go to press and talk about, you know, Fitz getting ready to confess and do everything that they agreed on in the steel room. Well, the team, the gladiators, leaked. Hold on. The gladiators leaked the information. They found some way to fix the situation, and they had some like correspondent, some bottom feeder is what they called her, correspondent take the blame and be the president's mistress. Well, that changes the whole game because now Olivia is off the hook, and Millie is infuriated. She was like, no, you're gonna go out there, you're gonna admit that it was Olivia. He's like, I ain't finna do nothing. Well, it's funny that you're the one who leaked Olivia's name to the press, because I was just thinking, and I gotta give it to Millie. She was a little bit swifter this, you know, opening season on how she didn't like that comment that he said that you're just an ornament, you know, last season. So she thought she was being smart and figured out that the president is actually the one who leaked Olivia's name to the press, which is true. And she thought she had the upper hand. She had the upper hand for like 32 milliseconds. And the president was like, no. What's funny is that I had you at hello when I came crawling back to you with my head in your lap begging for forgiveness. That's where I had you. Now we are at war. I just had to get Olivia off your little hook because she was at your mercy if she was, you know, whatever. And that they just like, whoo, that was fire. Like, that was a great scene as well. So then, let's cut all the way to the end because I ain't got time. I got things to do, y'all. So, cut all the way to the end. Cyrus had to take a trip in the trunk, and here go Olivia's daddy with a file that he throws down on the table. And of course, y'all knew what the last words were before they went to black. Oh my God. Cyrus is looking at the file and he's like, oh my God. And I'm like, y'all would stop it right there. But anyways, y'all, that's my review on Scandal. Let me know what y'all thought. I mean, do you guys want me to do more more reviews? What? Like, I promised myself I wasn't gonna get caught up on every week, but I think I am. I think I'll watch Scandal every week and do a review, but that's if you guys want me to. Alright, so follow me on Twitter at ANJIRAY, Anji Ray. Subscribe if you like the video. Thumbs up if you like it and share it. Or you don't have to do any of those and you can just keep tuning in. I mean, how many times did we do that on other people's videos? But if you could, if it's not too much trouble, please do one or all of those favors, please. So, anywho, I got to go, y'all. I got things to do. I will TTYL. Bye, boos.